Now's the time for action. Our society is rotten to its core. I'm talking about the finer standing folks. Devil warfare. Get your jobs called. Yeah, you know what to do. Now's the time. Do it.
Whether acknowledged or not, you find yourself engaged in a relentless spiritual war. Irrespective of your awareness, an unseen adversary seeks to destroy you, not only in this life, but also in the next. Regardless of your location on this planet, you reside in a fiercely contested battlefield, and escaping this conflict feels impossible. Welcome to Truth and Shadow, your guide through the supernatural. I am your host, BT, and this is a Shadow Short. Let's navigate the unknown on this brief journey into the depths of mystery. Greetings, listeners. Today, let's delve into a thought-provoking concept, the idea that sinister forces might be at work in our lives. We're in this spiritual war, and each of us is right in the middle of it. Therefore, we must know our battle. Have you ever taken a moment to ponder the strategies of these forces and what they use in their attacks? It's not merely about the over-the-top stories we see on the silver screen, like The Exorcist, but rather the ordinary, subtle influences that permeate our thoughts. These spiritual forces operate within the everyday experience, the conversations we have, the things we read, and even what we see and hear. Think of it as a quiet manipulation of our thoughts, influencing our reasoning, imagination, even our decisions. The challenge lies in the fact that these sinister forces don't usually inhabit physical body, so their communication is often indirect, making it tricky to discern whether certain thoughts are genuinely ours or imposed upon us. Recognizing this external influence demands awareness. Sinister forces work through our senses, tweaking what we see and hear to plant ideas into our minds. It's like a subtle dance, and staying vigilant helps us catch on when our thoughts might be influenced from the outside. Let's talk about lies and deception. Ever heard the saying, "The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist"? It's a bit like that. These forces distort our perception, feeding us falsehoods about ourselves and the world. They might tell us that everyone cheats and that the only way to win is by being dishonest. Being aware of these and other lies like it becomes crucial. It's about realizing that these influences can manipulate our thoughts, leading us down paths that may not align with reality. Awareness becomes our first line of defense. When we understand these strategies, we empower ourselves to resist their influence. How do we navigate this spiritual battlefield? It starts with recognizing the source of our thoughts. Genuinely our own internal dialogue? Or is there an external influence at play? By staying mindful and discerning, we can stand strong against these spiritual challenges trying to mess with our well-being. Let's delve deeper into the intricate layers of this spiritual battle that extends beyond the ordinary into the extraordinary. Accusations, akin to a relentless bully, are hurled at us, pressuring us to sin. The Sinister Forces craft false narratives, whispering that we are hopeless, urging us to consider ending it all. They exploit vulnerabilities, insidiously suggesting that our spouse doesn't appreciate us, but our boss does. An enticement leading us towards questionable decisions. Doubt becomes their weapon, skillfully aimed to diminish our faith, insinuating uncertainties about God and His will for us. Now, shifting our focus to the extraordinary, the destructive work of these forces manifests not only in thoughts but also in the physical realm. Observers often differ in categorizing these phenomena, but several tactics stand out. Infestation is a term linked to demonic activity tied to a particular location or object. Witnesses may describe physical objects moving, levitating, or flying through the air. Oppression, on the other hand, involves attacks on a victim's exterior, influencing bodily health, finances, work, family, and can even escalate to physical assault. Moving forward, obsession points a picture of a severe struggle within the victim's interior life. It is a relentless battle against disturbing thoughts planted by the enemy, intensifying in wakefulness or even in nightmares. Dreams can become so vivid and disturbing that they feel like a descent into madness. The most severe and rare form is possession, where an unclean spirit occasionally takes control of the victim's body. During these episodes, bizarre bodily contortions, levitation, superhuman strength, and even speaking in an alien voice can occur. It's a level of spiritual struggle that goes beyond the ordinary and challenges our perception. In the face of these formidable challenges, it's crucial to understand that assistance against Sinister Forces is available. The purpose of this awareness is not to instill fear, but to empower you to engage the enemy. Sometimes the need for exorcism is not immediate, and faithful individuals or prayer groups can step in with deliverance prayer. However, this approach has stirred controversy, with some practices being questionable, while others are approved by their local ordinary. Providing genuine assistance to those suffering from various forms of harassment is the most important. Seeking their needs above all else is the goal. You see, authority is a crucial factor in this spiritual endeavor. Sure, we can engage in prayer. We can offer imperative prayers for ourselves or for those we have spiritual authority over, such as parents praying for their children or spouses for their other spouse. The faithful can collectively participate in deliverance prayers addressed to God. After all, the Our Father, a prayer taught by Christ Himself, concludes with the petition, "Deliver us from the evil one," making it the supreme deliverance prayer anyone can pray. In conclusion, the battle against Sinister Forces isn't about the supernatural or extraordinary events. It's about the subtle, everyday influence on our thoughts. Awareness and discernment becomes our tools to navigate this spiritual war. Stay mindful, stay discerning, and let's face these challenges head on. This is a collective effort where awareness, discernment, and prayer become potent tools against the sinister forces that seek to disrupt our spiritual journey. This is a call to stand firm, grounded in your faith, against the extraordinary challenges posed by these unseen adversaries. Thank you for listening. This is a free podcast based upon the value for value model. If you find value in this, or any episode, you can return that value by liking the show, subscribing to this channel, leaving a review, or sharing with a friend on your social media accounts. You can also donate on my website. Thank you again. This is BT for Truth and Shadow Podcast. You are the light in the darkness.